Welcome to parsha Nitzavim Bayelech. This week's parsha starts off with the verse Atem Nitzavim Hayom Kullechem Lifnei Hashem Lekechem. That all of you, the Jewish people, stand today, the week before Rosh Hashanah, in front of Hashem your God. Rashechem Shiftechem Ziknechem V'Chodrechem. Your elders, your leaders, your officers, the heads of your tribe, your children and your women, even the water carriers and even the wood choppers. Ramosha Alshich of the 15th century says something fascinating here. We have a story in the Talmud Pesachim that tells us that there was a man by the name of Rav Yosef who was very, very sick. He was on his deathbed. His father, Rabbi Shua ben Levi, prayed for him to come back to life, and he was cured and he came back. When he came back to life, he asked him, what did you see up there in heaven? When you were in this out-of-body experience, what did you see? So he said, Dad, Olam hafuch ra'iti. I saw an upside-down, topsy-turvy world. You see, those who are on top here are considered very lowly there. They're on the bottom there. And those who are here, regarded as lowly, are exalted in heaven. That the leader or the sage are superior to a woodcutter or to a water carrier is only from our earth-bound perspective, which sees a hierarchy of roles. But when you all stand lifnei Hashem Elokechem, when you all stand in front of Hashem your God, there's no higher, there's no lower. What seems low here is no less lofty and no less significant in Hashem's eyes. Everybody is equal. It's all perspective. You know, this year for Rosh Hashanah, that's up and coming in a week's time, so many people are raising the question, what is Rosh Hashanah going to be like? Is it really going to be the same? How are we going to sit in shul, socially distanced, with not as many people as before, where the singing won't be as intense? Maybe people can't even come to shul. Maybe people are going to be alone. So Rav Sitner, who is a dear colleague of mine, Rav Svi Sitner from Toronto, he shared something which was absolutely astounding. It's not his, it comes from a high school student called Chani Gorkin. She wrote the following poem, which I'd like to read to you today. Listen to this. She said, today was the absolute worst day ever. Don't try to convince me that there's something good in every day, because when you take a closer look, this world is a pretty evil place. Even if some goodness does shine through once in a while, satisfaction and happiness don't last. And it's not true that it's all in the mind and heart, because true happiness can be obtained only if one's surroundings are good. It's not true that good exists. I'm sure you can agree that the reality creates my attitude. It's all beyond my control. And you'll never in a million years hear me say that today was a very good day. Sounds like a pretty awful day and an awful poem. But now let's read the same poem backwards. Today was a very good day. You'll never in a million years hear me say that it's all beyond my control. My attitude creates the reality. I'm sure you can agree that it's not true that good exists, only if one's surroundings are good. True happiness can be obtained because it's all in the mind and heart. And it's not true that satisfaction and happiness don't last. Some goodness does shine through once in a while, even if this world is a pretty evil place. Because when you take a closer look, there's something good in every day. And don't try to convince me that today was the absolute worst day ever. What a lesson, what a legacy. This week's parsha is all about perspective. Perspective not only on how we're going to look about Rosh Hashanah, it's all what we envision up here in our mind. But it's also about how you're going to be in the future. What are you going to be next year? Are you going to be a better parent, a better spouse, be less angry, speak less gossip, spend more time with family, be more focused, whatever it may be? All one has to do is have that perspective in his mind, envision it, and then live it, commit to making those steps to get there. It's all about perspective. And it is the opening verse of this week's parsha that teaches us that very important lesson. Shabbat Shalom.